Welcome to the facts on the hurricane relief measures. I am Monica Walker, General Manager, Tax Disputes Resolution Branch, and with me is Mrs. Carol McLean-Cheese, Senior Technical Specialist. Let's get to the facts. Mrs. Cheese, if I were paid $100,000 in December by my employer having lost my roof, small though be, and $100,000 in January, these amounts were taxed. Will I be refunded or benefit in any way?
Yes. Once the qualifying payment was made within the specified period, you are able to get the benefit. And so for the 2025 period, you would be required as the employee to visit our website and sign up for e-services and file a return IT-05 in order to claim the refund. For the January period, the employer has the latitude to make necessary adjustments in subsequent months to give you the refund of the tax withheld in January.
Wonderful! My employer was so kind and he gave me $500,000. Will I benefit?
Yes, you will benefit. However, only $200,000 of that will be tax-free. Any amount paid above $200,000 will be taxed, and it will count towards determining the employee tax brackets.
Wow, so the $200,000 would not determine the tax bracket?
No, that $200,000 will not be added to your total income to make the determination if you're in the 25% or 30% tax bracket.
So, in case you have a situation where the employer is overseas currently and he decides that he will pay $500,000 in April when he returns, would that person benefit?
Absolutely not. Unfortunately, the entire $500,000 will not qualify for the tax-free benefit.
Wow, so sad, but
this is because it's paid outside of the period. And
wonderful.
The period is very specific in the legislation. November 1, 2025 to March 31st, 2026, and it must be paid within that window for it to qualify as tax-free.
Very well. So in case the employers would have paid $500,000 or $200,000, will the employers be allowed to claim the amounts as a deductible?
Yes. The legislative amendment also extended to Section 13, that is deductions allowed. And so as long as the employer bore that cost, meaning that cost to pay the employees came from incomes generated within the business, then it will be an allowable deduction. However, if it is that donations were made by a third party to that employer to distribute among the employees, that will not be an allowable deduction.
Okay. How should the employer account for these payments?
The Form S01 and S02, they are accompanied by a Schedule A. On that Schedule A, column D captures all income payable to that employee. The amount would be included in that column, and the amount would be removed in column F, where the pension and other deductions are removed that are not subject to tax. In placing the amount in column F, it will not be brought to tax, not NIS, NHT, education tax, or PAYE, and there will be no employer portion to pay.
And in the event that these statutories would have been deducted, would they be refunded?
Yes. Any deduction that was made in January that suffered the tax, the employer is able to make the necessary adjustments in the subsequent periods to refund the tax that was withheld from the qualifying payment.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Cheese.
You're most welcome.
For this and more on the hurricane relief measures, you may visit our website at jamaicatax.gov.jm, or you may call our customer care center at 888 Tax Help. we'll be happy to answer your questions.